Welcome back to the Poker Model Hand Breakdown. Today I have Ace 5 in the small blind. The blinds are 3,000, 6,000, and I have 60,000 chips. 60,000 divided by 6,000 is 10. So that means that I have 10 big blinds. We always want to know our stack based on big blinds so that we can place that number regardless of the size of the chips. So for example, if I had 6 million chips and the blind was 600,000, then I would still have 10 big blinds. So we don't have to get, worried or have more pressure if there's millions of chips in the pot, because we're still making our decisions based on that formula. You divide your chip stack by what one big blind would be, and you come up with your big blind amount. So I'm in the small blind. Let's see what happens here. All right, so Under the Gun goes all in for 30,000 chips, and the entire table folds over to me. Now, Ace 5 is a hand that if I had over 20 big blinds and there was no previous action, I'd be raising coming into the pot. With Ace 5, if I had over 20 big blinds and there was just one standard raise in front of me, I'd be folding because it's not a call behind hand. But with an all-in of 30,000 chips and the action on me, I can apply a range of hands that the 30,000 chip all-in would be. So the first thing I would do is calculate how many big blinds is that all-in. So again, 30,000 divided by 6,000 is 5. So we can give you the ranges that we recommend and what players will have with things like this, but I can tell you right now that typically a 5 big blind all-in could be, king high. It could be queen jack. Some players will even make this move with 4 or 5 suited. It's almost any 2 cards, mainly because the big blind is coming next and this player is really worried and is going to lose a lot of chips fast if they don't get all in quickly. So for those reasons, my Ace 5 could definitely be dominating the all in. So remember that our goal is always to be all in and dominating. We don't want to be behind when our money's in. So this is a spot where I am probably ahead. So we want to take advantage of spots like this. Now, do I call or go all in? I want to go all in here, which is what I'll do. And the reason for that is I want to make the big blind, I want to get the big blind out of the hand. I want to isolate the hand so that I'm getting those odds that I want. A lot of times if you just call that 30,000 amount here, you'll get another call from the big blind, and now there's more situations and more decisions to make that you didn't want to have to make, especially because you can see the big blind has 900,000 chips, which is 150 big blinds. That's a very large stack. So what we want to do, we want to isolate it like we did here with an all-in for 60,000 chips. We want to assume that, if the big blind doesn't have a big hand, he'll fold, which he does in this case. And we'll flip our cards over, and you can see that in this example, he has king 5. So now I'm actually a 70% favorite to win the hand. Now, we don't need to run it out because this is kind of what we're trying to preach here at the Poker Model. Like, I've already made a good move here, and I'm already ahead. So whatever happens next really doesn't matter to me because this is all that I can control. So keep that in mind, figure out and study and ask us questions about what a 5 big blind all-in range is from Under the Gun, what a 20 big blind all-in range is with one raise in front from the button. These questions are all answerable, and what our goal here is to help you feel comfortable with these decisions so that you can be all in and ahead like in this example, and continue to grow and learn and be profitable in poker, whether it's your full-time profession or not. As always, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Poker Model Hand Breakdown. For more training tools and Texas Hold'em advice, subscribe to our YouTube channel or pay us a visit at thepokermodel.com to see our weekly articles, bi-weekly podcasts, and other episodes of the Poker Model Hand Breakdown. Until next time.